Now, the bill introduces a kind of a concept or a requirement, I should say, for a new definition of functional capacity that doesn't allow for the consideration of somebody's circumstances, including linguistic and cultural circumstances. What are your concerns in relation to the application of this definition to culturally and linguistically diverse communities?
The question is...
And then I'll let the shall I let the interpreter?
Yes, please, thank you.
La propuesta de ley presenta un concepto nuevo o una redefinición del concepto de capacidad funcional que no toma en cuenta las circunstancias individuales de la persona, incluyendo sus diferencias culturales. ¿Cuáles son sus preocupaciones en relación a cómo esto impactaría en particular a personas de circunstancias culturales diversas?
Para mí sería terriblemente catastrófico porque al no tener en cuenta todo lo que envuelve ser una persona de core background living con disabilidad, no se le podrá ofrecer los servicios necesarios para apoyarlos y poder darles calidad de vida, inclusión, que es uno de los valores de Australia, y apoyarlos.
So for me, this would be a catastrophic. This would have catastrophic consequences because by not taking into account the particular circumstances of a person of CALD background with a disability, you cannot possibly offer them the adequate services, support services they need, and this would not be equality and inclusiveness, the equality and inclusivity that are the values of Australia. Continúa, por favor.
Las personas que vienen de core background tienen nosotros trabajamos con personas refugiadas que realmente no solamente tienen algunas necesidades con discapacidad, sino muchos de ellos vienen con traumas, y todas estas cosas son necesarias revisarlas y entender su cultura para poder apoyarlos de la mejor manera posible.
And so us people from CALD backgrounds include refugees who are not only need to address issues of disability, but also on occasion traumas. And all of this needs to be carefully taken into account when you understand what support services they actually need.
Thank you. From an organisational perspective, and I'm happy for Ms. Boyd or Ms. Cruz to answer this. Given the concerns that you've outlined today, do you support the passage of the legislation in its current form?
No.
Y desde el punto de vista organizacional, y cualquiera de ustedes me puede responder, ¿ustedes estarían de acuerdo con que este proyecto de ley sea aprobado tal como fue presentado?
AMPARO Advocacy doesn't support the bill in its current form. The bill should, in our opinion, should be paused and amended because the safeguards that are not in place, particularly for people from culturally and linguistically diverse backgrounds with disability. We feel that the significant amendments need to be made around the areas of the whole person assessment, contact review, about the community and participation, which would put the lives of people with disability from culturally and linguistically diverse backgrounds at huge risk.
Thank you. We're very pushed for time, so I can't ask another question, but maybe one of my colleagues will for you, Ms. Cruz.
I'm happy for you to ask a question of Ms. Cruz if you'd like to before we wrap up.
Yes, just very briefly. In relation to the legislation, the government has said that people who lose access to the NDIS will be supported through something called foundational supports outside of the scheme. Do you have concerns about the cultural safety and accessibility of these non-NDIS supports under the government's plan?
Según el gobierno, aquellas personas que bajo los cambios en la legislación de la NDIS, aquellas personas que pierdan acceso a los servicios del NDIS, según el gobierno, van a recibir apoyo a través de otros mecanismos llamados apoyos fundacionales. ¿Qué preocupaciones tendría usted en particular en relación a la seguridad cultural y a la accesibilidad de estos servicios a través de mecanismos alternativos al NDIS?
Well, at the moment, I think is the language barrier. It's always a problem, and I can see, you can notice in this moment. I can understand the question, but I need help to understand fully the significant, the meaning, and I understand people who from cultural backgrounds could have this barrier. So yes, it's a really concern for me, the language barrier first, and also the meaning in all the terminology NDIS got. Sometimes to navigate across the system is very difficult for us as a member of NDIS, a participant. So yes, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.